You've been lied to every single time you walk down the health food aisle. Not by accident, not by a rogue ingredient, but by a system specifically built to make you feel like you're doing the right thing while you're actually doing the opposite. The products I'm about to show you aren't fringe items, they're the exact things sitting in your fridge right now. Things you bought because of a word on the front of the package. And that word, whether it says natural, low-fat, or plant-based, means almost nothing. We're covering 8 of them today. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, granola. Picture your morning routine. You skip the donuts, you grab the granola, and you feel good about that. That feeling is exactly what food companies are selling, and it costs more than the bag does. Granola started simple. Oats, maybe some nuts, maybe a little honey. What's sitting on store shelves now is a different product entirely. Most commercial granola gets held together with palm oil, coated in syrups, and sweetened multiple times over. Once with honey, once with cane sugar, and then again with dried fruit that's been sugar dipped before it even hits the bag. A single cup can carry as much sugar as 2 chocolate chip cookies, and the fat content rivals a bag of chip. But the front of the bag says wholesome and natural, and neither of those words means what you think they mean. They're not regulated, they're decoration. Studies show health labeling drives consumers to pay up to 30% more for products they believe are nutritious. Granola is what that looks like in practice. A premium price paid for a word, not a nutrient. Turn the bag around. If sugar or syrup appears in the first 3 ingredients, you're buying a dessert that rebranded itself with hiking imagery. Number 2, flavored yogurt. Yogurt has one of the best health reputations in the grocery store, and food companies have spent a lot of money making sure it stays that way, even for products that don't deserve it. Take a flavored yogurt cup, strawberry, peach, vanilla, blueberry. By the time manufacturers add fruit-flavored syrups, modified cornstarch, artificial colors, and multiple rounds of added sugar, the sugar content can run higher than ice cream. Some single-serve cups carry 20 to 26 grams of sugar and get marketed as a kid's lunch item. The fruit in there is frequently a concentrate or flavored gel, and those live cultures on the front label, they can be largely inactive by the time the cup reaches your fridge. Low-fat yogurt commands a real price premium because people assume the trade-off is worth it. Strip the fat out, and manufacturers pack sugar and thickeners back in to replace the texture and taste they lost. You're paying more for a worse product. Plain Greek yogurt with real fruit added at home is a completely different food from what's in that cup. Number 3, smoothies. Store-bought. That bottled smoothie in the refrigerated section looks the part. It's got a farm on the label or a woman doing a handstand, and it's sitting right next to the kombucha like it belongs there. You grab it because it feels like the responsible fast choice, quick, convenient, and at least better than a soda. But what's actually in most of those bottles is fruit puree, juice concentrate, and sometimes added honey or sugar on top of all that. A 15-ounce bottle can carry 50 to 60 grams of sugar. When you blend whole fruit at home, the fiber slows down how fast that sugar hits your blood. Manufacturers press and concentrate the fruit so the fiber's gone, and your body processes what's left more like candy than fruit. The packaging says fresh. The ingredient list says otherwise. Number 4, multigrain bread. Multigrain sounds like the responsible adult version of white bread. More grains, more nutrition, right? That assumption sells millions of loaves a week, and it's wrong. Multigrain just means the bread contains more than one type of grain. It says nothing about whether those grains are whole or refined. A multigrain loaf can be made almost entirely from refined white flour, with small amounts of oats or flaxseed sprinkled in to qualify for the label. It's got seeds on top, a brown color, looks hearty, but the base is nutritionally close to plain white sandwich bread. Whole grain bread keeps the entire grain kernel intact, bran, germ, and endosperm together, because that's where the fiber and nutrients actually live. Refined flour strips all of that out. The seeds on top aren't doing that job. They're decoration. The only label worth trusting on bread is 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat, with whole grain flour listed first in the ingredients. Number 5, protein bars. Protein bars live in the fitness section. They've got macros printed on the front, and they come in flavors like chocolate fudge brownie and cookies and cream. That last part should tell you something. Most of them are candy bars with protein powder mixed in. The base is corn syrup, palm kernel oil, chocolate coating, and sugar alcohols with isolated protein added to hit that number on the wrapper. The protein's real. Everything around it isn't. Many low sugar bars use maltitol, which still affects your blood sugar and causes serious digestive problems when you eat enough of it. Some bars stack 5 or 6 different sweeteners on top of each other: sucralose, stevia, erythritol, acesulfame potassium, just to keep the sugar count technically low. Protein content drives people to pay more, and manufacturers know it, so they put it on the front in big print and bury the rest. Number 6, plant-based meat alternatives. Plant-based meat is sold as the best of both worlds. You're eating better and doing better, avoiding animal fat, antibiotics, all of it. The marketing tells you what you're not eating, because what you are eating is a harder sell. To make pea protein or soy protein taste and feel like meat, manufacturers add methyl cellulose, a chemical thickener that's also used as a laxative, plus coconut oil, yeast extract, and a long list of binders and gels. The sodium content in many plant-based products runs higher than in the meat they're replacing. Eating a handful of lentils is one thing. This isn't that. Turning a legume into something that sizzles and pulls apart like beef takes serious industrial processing. And the fat content can match beef anyway, just from saturated coconut oil instead. Plant-based tells you where the protein started. It says nothing about what happened to it after that. Number 7. Bottled green juices. Bottled green juice is the status symbol of the health food aisle. It's cold-pressed, it's got kale on the label, and it costs more than a glass of wine. The color alone does a lot of work. Most of what's in that bottle is apple juice or pineapple juice with just enough greens added to justify the label. Sugar content can hit 30 to 50 grams per bottle, which puts it right next to a can of soda. When you eat an apple, the fiber slows down how fast that sugar hits your blood. Juice removes that buffer entirely, so your liver takes the full hit at once. The kale contributes a fraction of a gram of fiber. You're paying a premium for its presence, not its function. A green juice with 40 grams of sugar isn't a vegetable serving. It's a sugar drink with a vegetable cameo. Number 8. Low-fat salad dressings. You built the salad. Greens, vegetables, grilled chicken, the whole thing. And then you grab the low-fat dressing because you were being careful, and that's exactly where it falls apart. When manufacturers strip fat out of a dressing, they lose the texture and flavor with it. So they add sugar, corn syrup, modified food starch, xanthan gum, and a lineup of preservatives to get it back. Less fat, more sugar, more sodium, more stabilizers than the full-fat version sitting right next to it. And there's a nutritional problem that makes this worse. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble, meaning your body needs dietary fat to absorb them, and your salad is full of those vitamins. Fat-free dressing removes the one thing that was actually doing that job. Consumers pay up to 91% more for reduced fat products. The label says healthy. The ingredient list says otherwise. Every item on this list ran the same play. The front of the package promised something the ingredients couldn't back up. Multigrain, low-fat, plant-based, cold-pressed. These are marketing decisions, not nutrition facts, and the people who wrote them know exactly what you're hoping they mean. Flip the package over. The ingredient list doesn't have a PR budget. It just lists what's in there in order of how much. If sugar or syrup shows up in the first 3 ingredients on a so-called health food, you've found the gap. You don't need to quit buying these foods. You need to stop letting the front of the package do your thinking.